If you were born right on that Generation X, Generation Y cutoff, you're what is now referred to as a geriatric millennial, which, awesome. That's me too. And if you're like me, you grew up in the golden age of cartoons. You get to come home every day after school and wake up every Saturday morning and have some of the best cartoons of all time available to watch. During the past year, thanks to the pandemic, I have had time to go back and binge a ton of these and relive my childhood. With that in mind, it's time to head over to the Tier Builder website and rank these, and put each cartoon in its proper official place. This is bound to be controversial. Let's do this. What's going on, everybody? My name is Matt, often called Big Nerdy. We are the NWO, the Nerd World Order, and this is Nerd Zone. One of my favorite part of collecting toys is that it gives me a physical representation of something that I love. And in a lot of those cases, it's an old cartoon that's just super nostalgic for me. Whether it's He-Man, whether it's Turtles. These things are the stuff that made me who I am, so the toys kind of help remind me. But sometimes, it's fun to go back and watch the cartoons and pretend like you're doing it with your kids, even though sometimes they're not in the room. So we're looking at cartoons that came out between 1985 and 1995. So if you are on that Generation Y early part, the geriatric millennial like me, then these are cartoons that are going to be like, oh yeah, I remember that. And most of these, like I said, I've seen recently. Some I haven't, some I can barely remember as I look at this list. So with that said, our tiers are Elite Tier. This is the best of the best. There's not going to be much there, if anything. The Awesome Tier. This is really, really, really awesome, good stuff. Then there's Okay. It's passable. It was pretty good. And then there's I Don't Remember. You'll notice that the worst tier is Okay, and that's because I don't remember any cartoons being completely crappy. If I say they're okay, yeah, they're probably pretty crappy, because, yeah, I loved most of these. I'm not gonna lie to you. You ready? Let's head to the computer. All right, we're gonna go right by the order that's on the screen here. We start off with Tiny Toons. I used to love Tiny Toons. That came out right about where I was in 5th or 6th grade, if I remember correctly. And every day I come home and watch it. I don't remember much of it other than like little Taz, but I remember it being really good. That's definitely in the awesome tier. Animaniacs. Animaniacs is like one of the greatest cartoons ever made. It is so underappreciated, even though it's appreciated. Yeah, I can't believe I'm doing this early, but we're going into the elite tier with Animaniacs. Next we have Flintstone Kids, which, I don't remember Flintstone Kids. I remember watching it, but I don't remember any of the show. Sorry, you're just going to the don't remember. Next up, we got She-Ra and the Princess of Power. I'm gonna take some heat on this. I liked She-Ra just as much as He-Man. It may or may not be because I had a crush on her. I thought she was better suited for 7-year-old Big Nerdy than Teela was. I'm putting She-Ra in awesome. Next up comes Transformers. Here we go. This is where the heat's gonna start. I was never a huge Transformers fan. That cartoon it was alright. So yeah, it's going into okay. TAZ-MANIA. So if I remember correctly, TAZ-MANIA was a spin-off of Animaniacs? No, Tiny Toons. It was a spin-off of Tiny Toons. This was a fantastic show. Although all I can remember is the theme song. You guys remember? Come to Tasmania, come to Tasmania. Yeah, it's not quite elite though, and it's definitely better than okay. We're going with awesome with TAZ-MANIA. All right, now we have one that I'm actually going to struggle with. We have the 92 X-Men series. I have such nostalgia for this. This is the only X-Men that I collect, like this version, the Jim Lee designs. But I went back and rewatched this recently, and the animation is not the greatest. And because of that, I don't think I can put it in that elite tier. It was great. It's like somewhere between elite and awesome, but I gotta round down. X-Men's going to awesome. Oh, here we go. We got a GOAT. Batman the Animated Series. Well, I just gave it away. I called it the GOAT. I think that might be the greatest cartoon series of all time. I know, hot take, it's really not that hot, it's pretty amazing, but yeah, it's going in the elite tier. Garfield and Friends, man, I don't remember. I remember these characters, Garfield and the Chicken and Otis. Yeah, you gotta go and don't remember, because I can't really remember. Captain Planet. Seriously? Now I wish there was a crap tier. Why would you create a superhero whose goal is to fight pollution? And his entire, his kryptonite is pollution. Why? That's like making Superman's goal to destroy all kryptonite, but kryptonite is also his kryptonite. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make sense. Captain Planet, I'm putting you in okay, and I feel bad doing it. I feel like that's nicer than I should be doing. Next up, we got Thundercats. I gotta be honest, I don't remember anything from the Thundercats. You gotta go and don't remember. Oh, we got DuckTales. DuckTales, woo! DuckTales was fantastic. It was really, really good. And yeah, I think this is definitely one that goes in the awesome tier. Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Not only did I have a crush on a female mouse, but it was a female cartoon mouse thanks to this show. And I don't feel bad. Also, I feel like Monterey Jack and I might have been separated at birth. I feel like him and I would get along well. Like, I wish that him and I could be friends in real life. We get along. So just because of that, yeah, you're going in awesome. Next up is Darkwing Duck. Everybody seems to love Darkwing Duck, but I liked it, but I didn't love it. So you're just gonna go in okay. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget's one of those cartoons that, again, just doesn't seem to hold up as well as I remember it. When I watched it recently, the animation was not great, and I'm not expecting great things, but compared to 80's animation, I didn't think it was that good. And yeah, it's okay. It's good. It's just okay. Gargoyles. So Gargoyles I have no nostalgia for. I watched a few episodes recently, but I never watched it as a kid. So I don't know if it's fair for me to say this, but I think it was awesome what I saw, but I'm going to put it in don't remember because I don't think it's fair for me to give it anything else. I think that if I watch this entire series, it would have a shot at being elite. What do you guys think? Next up is Beetlejuice. I don't remember the Beetlejuice cartoon at all, other than the theme music, I think. Dennis the Menace. I was never a huge fan of that show. I used to get anxiety thinking that Mr. Wilson was gonna like abduct him and hurt him. Muppet Babies. Oh God. Muppet Babies, I'm putting this in okay because I don't have anything lower. Was that even a cartoon? Cliff the Cat. So this is like the Kmart Garfield. I don't even remember this at all. I remember it, but I don't remember like a single show. I couldn't tell you a character in there. Pound Puppies. Oh, you're going in awesome, Pound Puppies. The Pound Puppies and me, we go way back. I can remember renting the VHS tapes of this at West Coast Video. That was like the big video store before Blockbuster and Planet Hollywood. And bum 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 bum. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. This one's gonna get some controversy here, okay? I'm sorry, it's not elite. I went back and watched it recently, and some of it is painful. However, all dialogue gritting for Skeletor,
you metal-munching moron,
is like uber elite. That's like the best of the best. Thank you, Skeletor. Fraggle Rock, don't remember. Rugrats. Oh, Rugrats was great. Rugrats was definitely an awesome. Doug. Ooh, Doug. Folks, this might be a hot take here, but Doug was an elite cartoon. It's about a boy. I swear I even went to kid with this school it was based on. Not literally, but I felt like I did. And it was like a soap opera for kids. And I'm putting it in elite just for that, because it came out in a time of superheroes and crazy stuff, a little bit after. But, I mean, it was the first one that was just, like, about life. Weird. Ren and Stimpy, I was never a fan. It was just okay. Sorry. Hey Arnold. I don't feel like Hey Arnold should be on this list, even though I put it together. I don't think this came out in my childhood. However, because of siblings, I watched it all, and it was definitely pretty awesome. Rocko's Modern Life. This came out, I think, in '94. I was never a fan at all, so I'm just going to go with okay. The Simpsons. Oh boy, The Simpsons. How can you not put that in the elite tier? That's pretty clear. The Angry Beavers. When did that come out? I don't remember that at all. Yeah, we're going into don't remember. The Critic. All right, The Critic was, to me, amazing, but it's like Family Guy and South Park, but like tame. So this is way before Family Guy and South Park. I'm gonna give it an awesome, but I think that might be generous. Bobby's World. Folks, Howie Mandel's Bobby's World was amazing cartoonage. I can still remember little pieces of it, like oh, don't you know Bobby, Spring's right around the corner, and then like Bobby going to the door and be like, oh, Spring's here, I don't see it. Bobby's World was great. Again, it's going into the elite tier. I'm actually feel like I might be being too generous with this elite tier, but oh well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, elite. And that, again, might just be nostalgia driven. Doesn't matter, it's Ninja Turtles, okay? Goof Troop, it was okay. You know, at that point in my life, I was into more action-packed stuff. Goof Troop was like a guilty pleasure. Gummy Bears! Gummy Bears! Jumping here and there and everywhere. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go with okay. I actually just recently watched this with my daughter. Anytime you make a cartoon about food, the odds of it being good are limited. This wasn't terrible, it just was okay. Aladdin cartoon. I didn't know there was an Aladdin cartoon. Tailspin. What about the fat bear? What? I don't remember. That's a don't remember. Mighty Max. All right, my guys. Mighty Max. I'm sorry. This again is nostalgia driven, but this is an elite tier. I used to almost miss the bus every day because the bus came at 8:32 and I needed to finish Mighty Max to see what happened. I love that cartoon. Some of the best storytelling that I can remember in a cartoon. All right, Street Sharks. That was okay. That's gonna get some hate, but I was never a huge fan. Teddy Ruxpin. Yeah, I don't remember Teddy Ruxpin. Pinky and the Brain. I don't remember them having their own show, but they were one of the best parts of Animaniacs, which is elite. So by default, Pinky and the Brain has to go into the elite tier. Winnie the Pooh. I don't remember you. The Addams Family. I don't remember this at all either. The Addams Family had a cartoon? I don't remember that. Sorry, folks. G.I. Joe. Even with its crappy animation, G.I. Joe has to go in the elite tier. This is what taught me to be a good person. I didn't really collect the toys, but I do remember watching the show, and I got a lot of lessons out of that. A pup named Scooby-Doo. Yeah, you were okay. You weren't great, but you were okay. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I used to play the computer game, but the cartoon was just meh. It wasn't even a cartoon. Was that a cartoon? I think it was. I don't remember. Real Monsters! Yeah, you were awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you, Real Monsters. Jem and the Holograms. Yeah, this is where I put it in the trash category, but I don't have it. Tick was awesome. That's close to elite, but I'm not gonna go there. The Tick was amazing. Rock and Wrestling. All right, this is going in the awesome, but that might be biased just because I love wrestling and I love cartoons and animated Hulk Hogan. How can you go wrong with that? Spider-Man animated series. This is elite. This is up there with Batman as best of all time. And I gotta tell you, this holds up really well. I watched it recently with my kids. They loved it. I loved it. You can jump in anywhere. It's got a ton of different characters from the Marvel Universe. Good stuff. Wow, we got back-to-back Ghostbusters. Here we go. Ready for a hot take, folks? Real Ghostbusters? Okay. Filmation Ghostbusters? Awesome. I did it. I said it. I'm sorry. I love the Filmation Ghostbusters. It could be because there's a gorilla in there. I think his name was Tracy. He looked kind of like Beast from the X-Men. But I like their car. They had better toys. They had better villains. Prime Evil. I look like, what am I doing here? Prime Evil. Prime Evil was one of the best villains in a cartoon that I could think of. By far the best name. Cops. Fighting crime in future time. That was definitely awesome. I loved Cops. And it wasn't like Cops like Bad Boys. Like, you know, it was Cops and they were all like futuristic cops. They all had like special enhancements. And I forget the bad guy's name. It was like Big Boss or something like that. But it was good. Smurfs. Smurfs were okay. I mean, you know, that was all right. The Iron Man cartoon. Folks, if I had a crap category, it'd be here. Tony Stark with blue hair. Come on. Dinosaurs. Okay, so this one's questionable. Is this a cartoon? Is it real life? I mean, it's Muppets. I'm saying it's a cartoon-ish. And therefore, it's going into the elite tier because what they did was incredible. That show was great. To this day, my brother still will say, not the mama. And I used to call the garlic I put on pizza Mighty Megalosaurus breath. Yeah, good stuff. Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four I'm gonna put it in okay. I just watched this with my daughter recently. It's on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's not very good, folks. And the voice acting work in specific really drove me nuts. Like, I don't know. The Thing was pretty good, but everything else was a little rough. Yeah, it was not great, my friends. Not great. And then we have The Incredible Hulk. And I don't remember The Incredible Hulk cartoon at all. And that ends us. Everything is in its place. Going back and looking, I feel like I was a little bit too gentle on some of these in the elite tier. Is it too late to change them? I don't know. I'm changing them anyway. So, Doug, great, but not a goat, okay? I love it, but I think I was too nice there. I'm saying the same thing with Bobby's World. I'm saying the same thing with Turtles. It's awesome. Mighty Max has to stay just because of how it feels to me. Pinky and the Brain's gonna stay. G.I. Joe's gonna stay. Okay, everything else is good. And then the one I think, as I went through these and really thought more, one I think I went too hard on, I think that X-Men. Like, the animation's not great, and if I had to rank these, like, it would be after Batman, after Animaniacs, after The Simpsons, after Spider-Man. So it's towards the back end of the elite cartoons, but it was still awesome. These cartoons were like amazing. I wish we still got cartoons like this today. The kids do not know what they're missing out on. A lot of these had comic lines that went to them, or they were tied to comic books. In fact, some of those 90s comic books that you would think are completely valueless actually have some value to them. If you check out the video that's on your screen over here somewhere, it's going to actually give you the top 10 most valuable comics from the 90s, and you might have them sitting in a long box somewhere, and they can pay for your next vacation. Go check it out. Till next time, remember, you have to grow old, but you don't have to grow up. Just be cool and stay nerdy. Later!